Welcome! Learn English with Victoria and Tony on TalkiCast.
Have you ever been at a party, holding a drink, feeling great, and then someone asks you that one simple question, "So what do you do?" And suddenly your mind goes blank? You know your job, but explaining it in English just feels awkward?
If that sounds familiar, you are in the right place. Today, we aren't just teaching you vocabulary. We are taking you on a journey. We're going to start from the absolute basics and step by step climb all the way to advanced business English.
That's right! Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TalkiCast. I'm your host, Tony.
And I'm Victoria. We are so happy to have you here. If you haven't listened to our previous episodes on daily routines or travel English, make sure to check those out later. But today, stick with us because this episode is special.
It really is. Victoria, explain to our listeners how today's episode is actually a test?
Exactly, Tony. Think of this episode as a ladder. We are starting at level A1, the beginner level. We will talk about simple job titles and basic phrases. Then we will move to level A2, then B1, and finally, level B2.
And here is the catch, guys. At the end of each section, we will pause and ask you, did you understand everything? If you did, congratulations, you have mastered that level. Then you can try the next level with us.
So test yourself, see how far you can go without getting lost. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's dive into level A1, the basics.
Level A1, the basics. What do you do? Okay, Tony. At level A1, the most important thing is simply stating your job title. The question we usually hear is, what do you do?
Right. Notice we don't usually say, "What is your job?" That's grammatically correct, but native speakers almost always say, "What do you do?"
Exactly. And the formula to answer is very simple. Subject plus verb to be plus a/an plus job title.
For example, I am a teacher, or he is a doctor.
Simple, right? But be careful with the articles a or an. Tony, give us a tricky one.
Okay, what about engineer?
Good one. Because engineer starts with a vowel sound, we say, I am an engineer, not a engineer.
Or I am an accountant. But I am a nurse.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about where you work. This is where prepositions get tricky for beginners. We usually use in, at, or for.
This is a huge pain point for many learners. When do I use for?
You use for when you are talking about the company name. I work for Google. I work for TalkiCast.
Okay, and what about in?
In is usually for a place or a city. I work in a hospital. I work in an office. I work in London.
And at?
At is also for places, but usually specific points. However, at level A1, you can often use at and in interchangeably for buildings. I work at a bank or I work in a bank. Both are okay.
All right, let's pause for a second here. Listeners, I have a request. We want to know who is listening right now. Scroll down to the comments section and tell us, what do you do? Use the sentence structure we just taught you.
Yes. Write I am a and I work for or I work in. We will be reading your comments and correcting your grammar if needed. Also, if you are enjoying this lesson, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. It really helps support TalkiCast so we can keep making these long episodes for you.
Seriously, guys, that like button makes a huge difference. Okay, Victoria, let's do a quick role play for level A1 to see it in action.
Let's do it. You ask me.
Hi, nice to meet you. So, what do you do?
I'm a marketing manager. I work for a big tech company in New York. What about you?
I am a journalist. I work in a news studio.
See? Short, simple sentences. No complex grammar yet.
We also have to mention one more status. What if someone doesn't have a job right now?
Good point. If you aren't working, you can say, I am unemployed, which sounds a bit formal. Or better, I am between jobs. Or if you are studying, I am a student.
And for our older listeners?
I am retired.
Fantastic. Okay, we have covered the basic structure, the articles a and an, and the prepositions in, for.
All right, listeners, this is your first checkpoint.
We are at the end of the A1 section. I want you to ask yourself these questions. Did you understand every word we just said? Can you confidently say, I am a job? Do you know the difference between working for a company and working in a city?
If you answered yes to all of these, congratulations! You have passed level A1. You are ready to move forward.
If you said no, or if you were confused, that's totally fine. Listening to this part again, repetition is the key to mastery.
But if you are ready, don't go anywhere. We are about to level up. We are moving to level A2. This is where we stop just listing facts and start describing what we actually do every day.
Things are about to get a little more interesting. Let's step on to the next rung of the ladder.
Okay, welcome to level A2. The ladder's getting a little higher now. At level A1, you told us who you are. At level A2, you need to tell us what you do every day.
Right. This is where we talk about routines. So I shouldn't just say, I am a journalist. I need to explain my day.
Exactly. And for this, we use the present simple tense. We use verbs like organize, call, sell, fix, or teach. For example, Tony, list 3 things you do at your job.
I write scripts, I interview people, and I drink a lot of coffee.
Very honest. The third one is crucial. Listeners, notice how Tony used simple verbs. He didn't say, I am writing. He said, I write, because it happens every day. Now, let's add some adjectives. How does your job feel?
Well, sometimes it is fun, but sometimes it is stressful.
Good words. Here are a few more for our listeners at level A2. Tiring. When the job makes you tired. Boring. When there is nothing to do. Well paid. When you get good money.
Oh, I love well paid. That's my favorite adjective. Victoria, what about hours? I hear people say 9 to 5 a lot.
Yes. Let's talk about schedules. If you work about 40 hours a week, you work full-time. If you work less, maybe 20 hours, you work part-time. And if you work from your house, like many people do now, you work remotely.
Or work from home.
Exactly. Now, I have a question for everyone listening. We want to know about your schedule. Pause the podcast right now and comment below. Do you work full-time, part-time, or are you a student?
Yes, let us know. And while you are down there in the comments, if you are learning something new, please hit the like button. It helps us find more students like you.
Okay, let's do the level A2 role play. Ready, Tony?
Ready.
So, Tony, do you like your job?
Yes, I do. It's very creative, but it's also tiring. I work full-time, usually from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I talk to many people, and I write stories.
Perfect A2 answer. You described the feeling, creative or tiring, the schedule, full-time, and the tasks, talk or write. Okay, stop right there. We are done with level A2. Let's do a quick check.
1. Can you describe your daily tasks using simple verbs? I write, I clean, I sell. 2. Can you use adjectives like stressful or well-paid? 3. Do you know the difference between full-time and part-time?
If you said yes, you are doing amazing. You have conquered the elementary level. But now, the air gets thinner. The climb gets harder.
That's right. We are entering level B1, intermediate. At this level, I make coffee is not enough. You need to sound professional. You need to talk about your responsibilities.
This is the level where you stop sounding like a student and start sounding like an employee.
Level B1, responsibilities and skills.
Tony, the magic phrase for level B1 is, I am responsible for...
Oh, I hear this a lot in interviews. I am responsible for...
Yes. But there is a grammar rule here that everyone mistakes. After responsible for, you must use a verb with an ing.
Wait, really? So I can't say, I am responsible for write reports.
No, that is a big mistake. You must say, I am responsible for writing reports.
Ah, I see. I am responsible for managing the team. I am responsible for dealing with customers.
Exactly. Dealing with is another great B1 phrasal verb. It means you handle a problem or a person. Another great phrase is, I am in charge of. It means the same thing. And again, use the ing form.
I am in charge of planning the marketing strategy.
I am in charge of planning the marketing strategy.
Perfect! This makes you sound so much more professional than just saying, I plan the strategy.
What about skills? At level B1, we usually talk about soft skills, right?
Yes, soft skills are things like teamwork, working well with others, problem solving, fixing issues, time management, not being late.
I definitely need to work on my time management.
We all do, Tony. Okay, listeners, I want you to try this hard grammar rule. In the comments, complete this sentence. I am responsible for... Remember to use the ing verb.
Don't be shy. Write it down. If you write, I am responsible for fix cars, I will come to the comments and correct you. It should be fixing.
Let's try a B1 role play. Tony, try to sound like a manager.
Okay. Well, currently I work as a project manager. I am in charge of leading a team of 10 people. It is a challenging job because I am responsible for solving technical problems every day. But I have good communication skills, so I handle it well.
Wow, Tony, you sounded like a CEO. Notice the difference? He used in charge of leading, responsible for solving, challenging, and communication skills. That is solid B1 English. All right, deep breath. We just finished the intermediate section. Ask yourself, did you understand responsible for ing? Do you know what soft skills are? Can you use phrases like, I am in charge of?
If you understood that, you are officially an intermediate English speaker. That is a huge achievement.
But we are not done yet.
No, we aren't. There is one more level, the hardest level, level B2. This is where we use idioms, complex grammar, and talk about the future and dreams.
Many students stop at B1, but if you want to sound like a native speaker, you need to come with us to the final level.
Okay, level B2, the summit of the mountain. Victoria, what makes this level different?
At level B2, We stop talking like robots. We start using idioms and expressing complex feelings about our career paths. We talk about ambition and satisfaction.
I love idioms. They make you sound like a native speaker instantly. Give us the best one for working too hard.
The best one is burn out. To burn out means to work so hard that you become exhausted and can't work anymore. I need a vacation because I don't want to burn out.
Good one. What about when you want to get a promotion? You want to go higher in the company.
We call that climbing the corporate ladder. He is very ambitious. He is trying to climb the corporate ladder quickly.
And finally, what do we say when it is 5 p.m. and we want to stop working and go home?
We say, let's call it a day. We've done enough work. Let's call it a day.
I use that one every Friday. Okay, besides idioms, B2 learners need to talk about their dream job. This requires a special grammar structure, right?
Yes. We use the second conditional for hypothetical situations. The structure is if plus past simple, comma, would plus verb.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. If I weren't a teacher, I would be a writer. Notice I said if I weren't, not if I wasn't. In formal English, for hypothetical situations, we use were for everyone.
That's a pro tip. So I could say, if I had more free time, I would start my own business?
Exactly. You are talking about a dream, not reality. Now let's talk about job satisfaction phrases. At B2, we don't just say good job, we say the job is rewarding or fulfilling.
And if it makes a lot of money?
It is lucrative. Being a lawyer is a lucrative career.
Wow, lucrative. That is a fancy word. I love it. Okay, listeners, this is the final and most important interaction of the day. We want to know your dream. In the comments, finish this sentence. If I could have any job, I would be a... Use the grammar we just taught you.
Yes, if I could be anything, I would be an astronaut. What about you? Let us know below. And hey, if you made it this far, you are a true champion of learning English. Please make sure to subscribe to TalkiCast. We have big plans for future episodes, and we don't want you to miss them.
Okay, Victoria, let's do the final level B2 roleplay. Let's make it sound like two old friends talking at a cafe.
Action.
Hey, Victoria. Long time no see. How's work treating you?
Honestly, I'm a bit burnt out. The workload is heavy. I'm thinking of calling it a day on this career soon.
Really? But it's such a lucrative job. You were climbing the ladder so fast.
I know, the money is great, but it's not fulfilling anymore. If I could choose again, I would start a small bakery in Paris. That's my dream.
That sounds amazing. You know, life is too short to do a job you hate.
Exactly.
And... Scene. Wow, that was deep. Okay, everyone, let's do the final check. Did you understand burnout and call it a day? Did you understand the sentence, if I could choose, I would start? Do you know the meaning of lucrative and fulfilling?
If you said yes, congratulations. You have reached level B2. You survived the TalkiCast Job Challenge.
Whether you are at level A1 or B2, we are so proud of you for practicing with us today. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint.
Thank you so much for spending this hour with us. Don't forget to check out our other playlists on the channel for more listening practice.
We read every single comment, so please say hello down there. Until next time, keep practicing and keep talking.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
If you liked this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to TalkiCast.